This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. There are no notes. There's no prep for this one. This is the new way I'm going to do it. Whenever I feel like it, I'm just going to read what I have written down, talk about the current events. The links aren't below, but hey, follow me on Twitter. That's linked to below. Strong hand, long-term thinking. Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. Unconfiscatable. One Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin. Are you in motion? Solutions over sympathy. Have a backbone. Oh, we're going to talk about this. Buying over crying. Don't FOMO on alts. 5-digit realm. Yeah, I'm offended by selling. I'm really offended by selling, dudes. All right, I got some conviction. You know I'm freaking happy. I just had an interview with this dude, Phil. He's going to post the show soon. I've had a couple interviews scheduled with other people that are going to be posted on here. I am, again, if you want to do the marketing for me, retweet this. If you want to do the thumbnail for me, do it. I'll put it up there. I am on... Also, right now, I'm on Clubhouse, so if you're listening on Clubhouse, spread the word to get the Clubhouse people over here. There are not many of them over here right now, so tell them. I don't even know how that works, but hello, my elite friends. Yes, I am here. I felt like doing a show today because I got the energy. I'm on fire, and I know there's some people out there, you're a little worried. So ask me questions. There is nothing to be worried about. Type in BitcoinMeister. Do a freaking super chat, whatever you want to do. I'm just going to roll. I have just all this stuff written down, and it's not linked to below. I'm not providing the links for all this stuff. You do your own darn research, okay? I'm not wasting my time for giving you links. Now, the Bitcoin bull market, it lives. Oh, Adam, it dropped so much. It dropped $20,000 in 248. No, dudes. I've lived through 2017 bull market. It had its ups. It had its downs. We are still in the 2021 bull market. We are one day closer to it returning to its all-time high. It always returns to its all-time high. It's going to return to $64,000 or whatever it was, you fiat freaks. We're in the middle of the bull run still. Some of you are saying, "Oh, it's dropped, it's bearish." Come on, it's 48 freaking hours, dudes. I taught you, dudes, that there are going to be days where it drops $10,000, drops $20,000, whatever. 48-hour periods where it gets slashed in freaking half. Who cares? They backed up it went below 30,000. So what? It went below 4,000 back in March. Come on, dudes. And people backed up the truck. And when it was below 30, when it was 31, 32, 33, now what is it, 37? I don't even know what the heck it is, dudes. This is the thing. I wanted you guys to put this in perspective real quick. On paper, all you fiat freaks out there, on paper, I lost millions of dollars. Yeah, Adam Meister, on paper, lost millions of dollars. So what? So what? So what? Seriously. Does it bother? I had Shavuot yesterday. It was a holiday yesterday. I went running yesterday. I went to synagogue yesterday. Today I woke up casually, whatever. I still have the same amount of Bitcoin. Pound that like button. Pound that like button again because I lost millions on paper. Millions. Who cares? I still have the same amount of Bitcoin. I lost more money than on paper, you fiat freaks. Then most of you freaking altcoiners, most of you no coiners will never even have as much money that I've lost on paper in the last 48 hours. Who cares? But it's coming all back to me because I still have as much Bitcoin as I did before. And it's a good amount of Bitcoin, clearly. And so I value my wealth in Bitcoin. It's like surreal to me when I look at the numbers in terms of the millions of dollars that my portfolio has gone down in. Well, who cares? Did the government take my Bitcoin? The government can't take my Bitcoin. Did you take my Bitcoin? Did I have a weak hand and give my Bitcoin to someone smarter than me? No. But there's a lot of people that are doing those things right now. They're giving away their Bitcoin because they value their wealth in dollars to people who are smarter than them, who are accumulating. And these people, what do they have? The weak hands that are doing this, what do they have? $10,000 worth of Bitcoin, $5,000 worth of Bitcoin, nothing compared to what I have in terms of dollars. And who cares? Hey, nothing compared to, they don't even have one Bitcoin. They haven't even listened to this darn show. It's called the One Bitcoin Show. Get yourself one freaking Bitcoin. I've been telling you that for a long time. All right. So whatever, dudes. This is all part of the freaking cycle, a good cycle. So yeah, we're gonna have days like this. When it gets to the 6-digit realm, we're gonna have days worse than this, weeks worse than this. Who cares? At the end of those weeks, I'm still going to have the same amount of Bitcoin. I'm not going to be some weak hand out there, some, on Robinhood. I mean, it's just amazing. The people who do not know how to control their own private keys, they're definitely part of the sell. I'm not going to scapegoat anyone. I'm just giving you the play-by-play here. If you have easy access to your Bitcoin on a third party, you're going to be very tempted to sell it when you're freaking impulsive already. If you know how to properly store your Bitcoin, it's hard to freaking even sell it at that point. It helps instill the discipline. All of this was for me, getting into Bitcoin was getting rid of the banks, getting rid of the third parties, having the personal responsibility, not panicking. But so many people have put themselves in positions where, they're still relying on third parties. And when they're still relying on third parties, it makes it easy to sell and stuff. So they don't really hold their Bitcoin. You Robinhooders or whatever. And another thing that is hilarious, people have wondered what would happen if Bitcoin went to zero. What would happen, dude? You're seeing what would happen to the other coins if Bitcoin went to zero. Obviously, it's not going to zero. But what would happen if Bitcoin went away? You're seeing it right now, dudes. And all these people panicked over Elon Musk saying he wasn't accepting Bitcoin. He didn't mention any altcoins. But what has happened in the market? Most every single freaking coin in your freaking portfolios has done worse than Bitcoin. It's all gone down. It's had nothing to do with those altcoins. He didn't mention your altcoin or anything like that. Bitcoin controls the entire freaking market, all right? It controls the whole show. If it goes away, there's no more cryptocurrency. You're seeing it play out right now. You're seeing it easily play out right now. Now, we mentioned that it was the Jewish holiday of Shavuot. And last year, I just want to point out that, Bitcoin went down this year, lost whatever, $10,000. I don't know what the heck it lost in freaking Shavuot. Okay. But I want to remind everyone that on last year's Shavuot, when Shavuot ended at nighttime, I was doing my Beyond Bitcoin show. Hopefully we'll have some random Beyond Bitcoin. I love doing the Beyond Bitcoin show, but it's been obviously difficult to do recently. I want to do more. But I was doing Beyond Bitcoin show from Los Angeles. The day before I'm going to freaking finally get out of Los Angeles was the day when Shavuot ended. And there was a riot. There was looting going on blocks away from my house and all over the United States of America on that day in major cities. So we have some wacky things happen on these when Shavuot ends. So for those of you who are saying, oh my God, this is so crazy, it was crazier last year. Now the Bitcoin price wasn't as crazy, but life in general, in terms of the Hebrew calendar, because the Hebrew it was May the 30th or whatever day it was. So it doesn't line up perfectly with, today is May the 19th, 2021. No, I just wanted to give everybody that perspective. It's in normie land, it's not as crazy as it was last year. I mean, you can go out on the streets and people aren't burning and stuff like that. Just thought about that. This could be a wacky time. And no, dude, it is just coincidental. By the way, there's no master plan on Shavuot. It's not the Shemitah or all the lies that people can make up, distorting the Bible and whatnot. All right, so let's go. Let's move on. Wanted to throw that out there. All right, no, I'm not. I was going to talk about. We'll talk about that in another show. I was going to talk about divorce and unconfiscatable Bitcoin, but we're not going to. We'll talk about that. That's something for the future. There, I'm just reading you off my random notes I have here. Oh no, and that one was that was actually on another tab there. Sorry about that. Okay, so what else do we want to say? And by the way, thanks for the people who DM me and email me about your ideas to kind of help out the show and everything. The best thing you can do is just tweet out the show, copy TechBalt on it, and I will retweet it. That's just marketing right there. I can do, or just retweet the tweet I already put out there. So what is this? Yeah, we talked about people backing up the truck. Bitcoin always returns to its all-time high. Oh, and we had China FUD today also. I mean, isn't it funny? That the China FUD still works. I got to tell you, the people who sell the news, who are shorters of Bitcoin, I mean, they just make fortunes off these weak hands. If it works, it works. You know, that's the free market of Bitcoin. I'm going to keep competing. The way I compete is by holding. I understand there are all these people out there, you know, traders, who whenever there's a story of any sort, be it Elon Musk, be it China, they sell, and they short, and they make so much money off these weak hands. So, I mean, that's just part of the game. That's part of the freaking game. But in the long run, baby, in the long run, Bitcoin always returns to its all-time high, and you value your wealth in freaking Bitcoin. And what is this? I wonder. Sentiment in the tech sector was dented by a drop in cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin. And the stock market went down too. And some people are saying that because of all this cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, quote unquote cryptocurrency, Bitcoin turbulence, that this actually brought down the tech sector of the stock market. Oh my God, this is amazing. Yeah, and I'm not going to study the freaking stock market to see if this is really true or not, okay? But we're now living in a time that possibly what goes on in the world of Bitcoin could bring down the stock market even, which is it's amazing how much this space has grown since 2016, since 2013, since I've been talking about this stuff. And so that's bullish. That's bullish. I mean, that Bitcoin, if Bitcoin can have a horrible day because of nonsense, it could also bring down the freaking stock market. So I don't know how true that is, or how big of a play of a role it played in that. But all right, so one I wanted to say something. There's all these people that are virtue signalers in Bitcoin, maybe they really mean it. I don't know. Maybe they're confused. They're like, I'm not in it for the money. I'm in it for the tech. I'm trying to save the world. I'm trying to do this. Dudes, let me make this very clear to everyone out there. Adam Meister is in Bitcoin because of the freaking money. Pound that like button. And let me explain that to you. Now, if I wasn't in Bitcoin, what would I have? My wealth would be in the bank. It would be in cash. It would be in real estate. And thus, the freaking government could arbitrarily take all of that stuff, okay? So Bitcoin, I'm in the asset that's protecting my freaking wealth, that's protecting my freaking money. There is no shame in that I don't want my money and my wealth to be diluted. There's no shame that I don't want to be a CUCK and let the government take and redistribute all my wealth. There is glory in that. I'm in this for the freaking money. I'm in this to stay, to improve my lot in life, okay? To become wealthier, to become more successful, okay? I'm in it for the freaking money. Pound that like button. And are you a CUC? I'm in it for the tech. I'm not really going to own it. I'm just going to talk about it. I'm going to keep my money in the bank so the government could dilute it. And I'm just going to keep it in my white picket fence house, buy a bigger and bigger house, and just theorize about why I'm not buying Bitcoin and all the great tech behind it. And there is great tech behind Bitcoin. Great. You can talk about it. You can whatever. But in the end of the day, are you protecting your wealth? Are you bettering yourself at all? And are you saving the world? Maybe you are saving the world a little bit. Or are you feeling bad are you going out of your way to sacrifice for some poor downtrodden country somewhere? I mean, that's weak. Why? Wait, fix your freaking self before you fix that freaking downtrodden country. You got to be wealthy in order to help inspire these people. They don't want some poor schmo who knows all about the magic of the Lightning Network to tell them how to fix their freaking problems. They're going to listen to somebody like that. They're going to listen to somebody that's rich and successful and has no shame about the situation. All right. And it's not a CUCK to the government. So no, I'm not buying into the narrative of, it's bad to be wealthy. It's not good to be proud that I'm not in the Bitcoin because I'm in it because of the freaking money. All right. I'm in it to protect my wealth. I'm not a CUCK. Okay. I'm here there's an option out there to get richer, okay? I'm not going to ignore that freaking option, okay, to reverse what most of us had to live through, when we're playing around with assets. How am I going to juggle this asset? How am I going to convince the government not to inspect my house today and not to fine me on this today, not to fine me on my sidewalk today? All these little games you got to play, and how am I going to fit in the mainstream society so that the woke mob doesn't come out after me and steal and loot my stuff? And how am I not going to be the villain? I love being the freaking villain, okay? But all these woke people, I love being their villain because they live in a freaking backward world where the true heroes, the people who value success and who aren't ashamed of being rich and who know they're in it for the money and they want to preserve their wealth. I'm proud to be, vilified by the people who don't get what success is. Okay, so we got something over here. Somebody sent a $5, $50. We sent this cool little karate chap, super effective graphic, dude. We ... I thank you for the support, dude. And freaking UK BitcoinMeister pounded and retweeted. Since it was on Monday, he had a great show. I was unable to watch it live since it was Shavuot, but I retweeted it. Follow me on Twitter at freaking TechBalt, baby. All right, we got Jesse is in the is over there in the whatchamacallit here, the clubhouse. And you clubhouse people, I'll do the post game show over there for a little bit at least. All right. On days like this, go out and don't think dollar. Exactly, dude. I'm going on my walk today. I actually ran many days in a row, and I did my I finished my 20 miles a week really early this week. So today is just I'm going to walk around Miami, around I'm near Little Havana. I'm near the Rhodes neighborhood in Miami, and I'm right next to the subway, so I can get on the subway. Or whatever, heavy rail, whatever you call it. I'm really looking forward to Miami Bitcoin conference. There are going to be millionaires made there, more millionaires, okay? The networking, if you're going to be in motion there, you come up to me, you pitch an idea to me, how you make this channel better, how you make this more convenient for me. And if you want to be my graphics guy, if you want to be my social media guy, how to make money off my freaking archives, I'll give you complete access to it. There's so many opportunities out there. I don't want to be the only millionaire. There are going to be millionaires made at this Miami event. I'm so glad to be able to meet some of these people that I have had on the show before and that have been on this Week in Bitcoin show. Best guest in the space, but it's not regularly scheduled program anymore. You don't know when you're going to get the next one because there's just so much administrative stuff behind This Week in Bitcoin show and a lot of these shows. And I can't stand the flakes in this space. It is a disgrace how some people with IQs over 130 can be freaking flakes. You have no excuse. You're freaking wasting your freaking talents. It is so sad. It is so sad. And that's why they're the people who don't flake in this world, the people who are conscientious. You dudes, don't worry if you don't have 130 IQ, you don't have 120 IQ. You could do darn well because this world is becoming more and more of a flaker place. And it's kind of sad that I've had to learn that through Bitcoin, that some of these geniuses that I've encountered are just flakes. And that's why they have fun staying poor, I guess. Pound that like button. All right, let's get richer, dudes. Now, all right, what do we have here? Solutions over sympathy. So again, we live in this world. Everybody wants their freaking sympathy. Everyone's got to be a victim. They can't come up with their own solutions to life. They let the government tell them what to do. Just do it, baby. Just do it is all I got to say. I don't want to hear your problem. I don't want to hear your darn problem. Oh, Elon Musk made me poor. No, he didn't. What's the solution if you think that Elon Musk made you poor? What's this? Buy more Bitcoin. It's so low. Don't complain about the price. Buy it. There's your freaking solutions. I don't have any sympathy for you. Oh, Adam, what should I do? I bought it 64,000. It's going to return to its all-time high. Freaking have patience, dude. Have patience. Your buy more. If you bought more, then your dollar cost average is going to look even better. All right. There's your freaking solution. But in the Bitcoin world, there are not that many people that want sympathy. Okay, it's not. It's in the real world where it's disgusting. So disgusting. No one can live with success. I mean, so few people. It's so few persons. Separation of state and money, dudes. Remember that. Separation of freaking state and money. That is what it's all about here in the Bitcoin. I love it. I love it. All right. Freedom of speech. All right. Freedom of speech here in the Bitcoin space. I am such a big freedom of speech guy and a freedom of creation and separating money and state that I say, there's so many people that want Ripple to be the SEC to fine Ripple, to arrest the Ripple people. No. I think it's disgusting that in cryptocurrency, there are all these people, let these people have their cults, okay? They're not, people voluntarily join the Ripple cult, the Hex cult, or whatever cult, okay? We don't need the government to interfere. Separation of government and money, all right? Have some principles here. Stand by something. It's not just about like, oh, I don't like this guy that made this coin, so I want the government to take them out for me. Because then you're saying, well, it's all right for someone to wish the government to take you out, okay? Because you're a Bitcoiner, all right? So have some principles, separation of state and money. That's a really good one to have. So I don't like, I don't need the government to go save all these normies, okay, from Ripple. All right, let the people find out the information is out there. If people want to waste their time watching Rachel Maddow, okay, and then they get screwed because they bought Ripple. It's all the information of what's the best. That Bitcoin is the world reserve cryptocurrency. That Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. That Bitcoin is truly all you need for your crypto portfolio. It's all out there. So people are going to buy Ripple. Then it's their fault. They watch Rachel Maddow. We don't need the government to come in there and put some Ripple guy behind in prison, okay? SEC. Let free separation of state and money. I am just a huge, but we do not live in that world now at all in the United States of America. We do not live in that world. But you can, in the Bitcoin overlay, you could basically be in that world, but have some principles. Don't just say like, oh, well, then let's put the Ripple guys in jail. No. Now, all right, that's another one. Now, so there's some people out there who, during this whole Elon Musk drama, there are some people who got really angry at Elon Musk on Twitter. I think what's his name? The young guy from Chicago, who's a genius with the Lightning Network. What's that kid's name? What's his name? He's not a kid. I mean, he's low in his early 20s. The Jack Mallers. Jack Mallers, he's like cursing at Elon Musk, and it's pretty vicious. Now, I think it's just a complete waste of time. He was getting a lot of steam off his chest, whatever, and he's young. A lot of people love that, like make it a war against Elon. I think that's a waste of time. At the same time, though, there's some people that are complaining, look how toxic the Bitcoin people are. This is why people sell their Bitcoin. This is why people don't want to be around Bitcoin, because people are so can say mean things in Bitcoin. Okay, dudes, if you jump out of a financial asset because there were mean people on Twitter, you got a weak hand, dude. That is not rational at all. Okay? It could be, to get off of Twitter. If you think Bitcoin is toxic and people are screaming and wasting their time cursing Elon Musk and being mean to Elon Musk, being mean to Elon Musk is not a legitimate reason to sell Bitcoin or to think that Bitcoin is not going to be successful. It's just, most people are not on crypto Twitter or not on Bitcoin Twitter. They don't even know we exist. Okay? And that's great. That's the way it should be. So for all these people in Bitcoin social media that are, I think they're almost virtue signaling. I don't know what they're trying to say. I'm nice. I don't curse at people. We got to be welcoming to everyone. That's why Bitcoin is limited. Bitcoin isn't going up in price because people sell, because people are mean. That's nonsense. If you sell based on that type of emotion, what kind of investor are you? What kind of manager of money are you? So no, I don't enjoy when I don't get a high when Jack Mallers attacks Elon Musk. I think that's ridiculous. At the same time, you let him do it. It's not harming Bitcoin. There's still going to be 21 million Bitcoin out there. Is it going to maybe scare some people on Twitter? Bitcoin Maybe, but they're weak hands. They shouldn't be affected by something like that. This is fine. There should not be emotion at all in any of this. That's what got us into this position in the first place. All these emotional screaming Karens that want the government to fix all their problems. They print more and more money. And it's so based on emotion. The management, the national management of currencies is so based on. So don't bring this. You can try to bring it into the Bitcoin space, but Bitcoin doesn't care at all. Okay. So yeah, mean people should not, quote unquote, mean people shouldn't make you sell a freaking asset. Okay. All right. No emotion. All right. Here's a link. I didn't link to it below. Once the entire internet was accused of burning fuel, okay, and destroying the environment, there's, maybe I'll link to it at the end. Yeah, I'll add it after the show, this link. I don't know where this is from, the 90s or something. Oh, hello, my elite friends. Thank you for the support here. Are there any other questions? Somebody over in, I don't know how to promote this stuff on Clubhouse at all. It's like if somebody picks it up and like spreads it, all of a sudden a bunch of people join. So I don't even know how to do that on Clubhouse. Someone teach me more about Clubhouse. Email me at adam@tresorhelp.com. That's a good one. Or just at TechBalt, send me a DM at TechBalt and like tell me how to work Clubhouse. I don't know. All right. So you got to hand it one thing to Elon Musk here. He has made himself the center of the cryptocurrency universe in terms of media coverage, in terms of social media coverage. And again, he is just the center of it all now. Because people pedestaled him. Roger Ver did the same thing in 2017, but it was on a smaller scale. So like all the panickers, all the weak hands just fall in line with these cult of personalities, all right? And again, it's been scaled up with Elon here because back in the Roger Ver days of 2017, it was only cryptocurrency people that were panicking over every single freaking word he said and him talking about Bcash and everything like that. But he was the center of the cryptocurrency universe. There's no doubt about it in 2017 that he was. But in the end of the day, when Roger Ver was the center of the Bitcoin universe, Bitcoin was slowly rising to 1,700 to 3,100. It would drop down to 2,000, and then it just went out of control. It got up to $20,000. So there was nothing he could do. And it's the same thing with Elon. I mean, yeah, he scared a lot of people. Whatever. There's a lot of just retail people that do not control their own private key, that can easily sell, that don't understand what Bitcoin is all about. And they do all sorts of irrational things because they're irrational most of the time. So, but you got to hand it to him. He somehow did it. Was he trying to do it? Who knows? But he did it. He really did do it. And again, the major FUD is the environmental FUD. Get used to that also, people. Okay? But ignore Elon. Ignore him. If you don't like it being the center of the universe, but so many people played into the whole Elon narrative. And to me, it's all hilarious. It's hilarious now because I know I am a long-term thinker. I know about the halvings don't care about Roger Ver. The halvings don't care about Elon Musk. They don't care about mean Bitcoin maximalists. They don't care. All right. So get used to the 4-year cycles. We're in the bull market part of it right now. Dave Portnoy, he just came up straight up. He said, "I want to pump something called Safe Moon." And people buy it because he says, "I don't even know what the heck Safe Moon is." It's one of those cheap little ones, the unit bias coins. So hilarious. So hilarious. BitcoinMeister deserves more respect than Elon, says Phantom Stroke Stalker. Well, I wouldn't put it that way. I think Elon Musk is, on certain things, he's pretty darn awesome. I love his drive that he wants to get people to live on Mars. All right. I think that's really cool. So you don't have to agree with someone all the time, to learn from them and to pick aspects of their of their lives that can be admired. But he does have a go-get-em type of attitude. Now, sometimes he plays into these mainstream narratives like environmental FUD, which is it's such nonsense. I love that people use energy, okay? If people use less and less energy, we would live in horse and buggy times. We would regress in terms of technology. Keep on using energy, people. You're innovating. When you're innovating, you need to use energy. Sometimes it's a lot of freaking energy. Don't worry. All that energy that's being used is making the world a much more comfortable place, much more comfortable. The world isn't ending. The sky is not falling. If things get a little warmer, there's going to be opportunity in that warmth too. Who's to say the world will not be a better, more productive place if it's more warm? All right? If the sea levels rise, then move from the places that get flooded. Buy some new property. Prepare. Get some insurance. There's all sorts of opportunity. All right? If people start complaining, if the earth is too warm, then start a company that makes it cooler in certain areas and become a trillionaire. All right. I mean, there's so many take it one day at a time. Sure, there's long-term thinking. There's long-term implications. I mean, you don't want to create nuke the world or something like that. All right. But there's so much panic right now because we live in a world of people make up these stories, these worst case horrible scenarios that can only happen 100 years from now, and that anyone with a brain can avoid. So keep on innovating, and most likely all those innovations and this golden age that we're entering are going to create an energy that is more environmentally friendly anyway, and we're never going to have to worry about it getting warmer and all of that and all this nonsense that's out there that most people just buy into because they don't understand what innovation is. They don't understand that in order to make this world a better place for everyone, that some people are going to have to get filthy rich, all right, and just be industrialists. There's nothing wrong with it. It's great for humankind. It's great. You're going to be able to live to 200 years old thanks to some of these people, God willing. All right. Thanks to the desire to get wealthy. Thanks to true capitalism. All you sickos trying to vilify true capitalism and the desire for wealth. I mean, you're in a freaking death cult and you don't even freaking realize it. All right. I'm in a realm where I want to be 200 freaking years old. I understand the value of innovation. And we're on the tip of the spear here in terms of financial innovation in Bitcoin. And man, is it a great time to be buying Bitcoin today. Woo! Woo! Like freaking Ric Flair, baby. All right? Now, and look at this. As I'm talking, and by the way, people said, Adam, stop doing shows, which I didn't. I stopped doing regular shows. So the Bitcoin price crashed. No, dude, I don't have that type of ego. It happens. It happens. And look right now, Adam does a show at 39,000. It's gone up quite a bit during the show. It's coincidence, dudes. It is really coincidence. It's hilarious coincidence. But it's coincidence. All right. Because no one person is bigger than Bitcoin at whatever. Let me see. What is this? I don't know. That's the thing. That's why you can't be impulsive, people. That Bitcoin it goes up, it's just wild fluctuations. I love this freaking roller coaster. And it is hilarious that it's going up during the show. So 123 No Scope, who is awesome, who I got to hear his voice on Clubhouse the other day, which is really awesome when you get to hear these dudes' voices that always have been in your chat. It's really a privilege and an honor. But he says, bought tons of more Bitcoin this morning for my future children. I am holding forever. And that's great, 123 No Scope. And again, to talk to you, to hear your voice, it really showed how intelligent you are and everything, and just put a whole new, added some depth into my thoughts about you. So you are a really good guy, and I do thank you for all the support over the years. And you're a young guy, and man, you are set. You're a smart young guy, dude. And all right, let me see. I just see there's a lot of people in the chat. I hope I'm not okay. No, okay. Keep on throwing in some questions there, dudes. This is a lot of fun. And I love doing fun shows like this where I don't have to prep, where there's no administrative stuff, and And I really, I love, I love there being a record out there that when the going got tough, I freaking went wild and was as happy as I'd ever freaking be in life because I know that there's a day after tomorrow. I know we're one day closer to an all-time high at Bitcoin. And I know how freaking awesome it is to be freaking alive. And during Shavuot, when I light that freaking candle for my father, when it was lit yesterday and I was thinking about him, and I just love it to know that he'd be so happy to know that I am freaking alive and living it to the freaking maximum, baby. Maximum freaking R&B, like the freaking Who, baby. Whoa! Before I get old, baby. And I'm not planning on getting old anytime soon. So what I wanted to say out there for the people that panic about all the altcoin nonsense that's out there, the pie is still growing. This is not a zero-sum game. We have a lot of newbies that are still going to join this space. So, and a lot of them are going to pile their money into altcoins foolishly, and some of them are going to, the game of musical chairs. They're going to do really well for a little bit, because you can beat the game of musical chairs for a while. But I just want to say this, the people that think it's the end of the world because Bitcoin dominance is going down and blah 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 blah. It can get even crazier, man. It will, because the pie still has so much more growth. It's still growing. All right, and people are creating more pies, it's amazing. We're not. It's not a limited thing here. It is definitely not limited. We have not even seen the. I mean, it's we're not going back to a 4-digit realm or anything like that. But this is only the beginning there. All right. So for those of you who think you've got to war with other coins, no. The pie keeps getting bigger. There are more pies. Whatever analogy you want there. Okay. Now, what does it say? Yeah, we're people. Someone said we're squabbling over crumbs here. You are squabbling over crumbs. This space, it's getting bigger, baby. All right. What is this? All right. Some people talk about 2016. All right. What's this Elon Musk notes I have written down? Oh, here. Someone said, if Elon could decide the price of Bitcoin, it has failed as a cryptocurrency. So, yeah, I mean, that's true. Okay? It's true. Someone says, in reality, anyone can affect the price of cryptocurrency, okay, by simply participating in the market. It's only fake fiat currencies that limit the ability of market participants to express their view by inflating supply arbitrarily at whim. Okay? So Elon doesn't decide the price of Bitcoin by printing up more. If he could manipulate the amount of Bitcoin that's out there, then yeah, that is truly deciding the price of Bitcoin, okay? We all play a role in what the market price of Bitcoin is, all right? And so it is if one person could change the underlying aspects of it, then yes, it will have failed. But on a certain level, we all control the price of Bitcoin. So, and that's on a very fair level, on a free market level, on a competition level. We're not manipulating things, but we're not changing the rules of the game. The rules of the game continue to stay the same. So if Elon could decide the price of Bitcoin by changing the rules of the game, then it has failed as a cryptocurrency. That is the deeper meaning of that, because all of us somewhat change the price of the Bitcoin, the fiat price, by participating in the free market, because we cannot change the rules of the game. And fiat has failed because there are all sorts of players that have sway over government officials that can change the price, well, the value of the fiat and change the rules of the game. And yes, they have failed as a store of value. All fiat currency has failed as a store of value. Bitcoin is not. Now, all right, what do we have? Now, yeah, stop talking about, stop. I'm talking about Elon Musk was in my notes, okay? People need to stop worrying about it. Steve Bruce said, needed this today. Thank you, BitcoinMeister. Well, I gotta admit, well, first of all, being on Phil's show earlier, which is gonna be live, next week or whatever, that really got me energized. But like, there was also a part of me is like, I just gotta put my face out there just so everybody sees, like, I think I'm a happy guy. Yeah, I love being happy, and I think some people don't understand that the world's a happy darn place, and sometimes they need to see someone out there. But I mean, I'm selfish. I'm doing it for me too because it's fun. I'm not sacrificing anything to do this show. And I'm glad that people can get a lot of positive out of the show. And that does give me a positive feedback back. I appreciate positive feedback like that. That's a certain type of currency for me. And I like being that strong hand. I like being that guy, the strong hand, the guy who's strong hand no matter what. When everybody thinks when people are so irrational out there. All right. So, yeah. But, other people can do this too. Other people can be reassuring happy faces out there during trying times. And it's not a trying time. It shouldn't be trying times for anyone. It's just, this is all part of Bitcoin, man. How many times? Here. There are a lot of, I'll save that for another show. I got a lot of things. There's a Vinny Lingham one out here. What's this say? Oh, here. I disagree with Vinny on this. Crypto narratives are constantly changing and evolving. One of the most outdated ones told is that people buying alts are doing it just to accumulate more Bitcoin. If you were in crypto during 2013 to 2017 cycles, yes, that was true to a large extent. But it is no longer the case. Now, I disagree with that. Vinny is saying that there are all sorts of trader degenerates out there that are trying to accumulate other cryptocurrencies that value their wealth in other cryptocurrencies. Now, maybe Ethereum. But dudes, come on. Most people that are playing the altcoin musical chairs game, they are still buying altcoins to get more Bitcoin. Come on. Where's your proof on that? And I think he's going to say Ethereum. All right. That's one. That is a little different than 2013 to 2017. Of course it is. There are some people that value their wealth in Ethereum. There's no doubt about that. And the whole Uniswap stuff, that makes it easy to go from these horrible altcoins into Ethereum. There's lots of tools now that make it really easy to turn this nonsense, these nonsense DeFi coins into Ethereum really easily. But you might notice that there's an incredible amount of wrapped Bitcoin in those little ecosystems also, all right? So there's still people that value their wealth in Bitcoin so much, they had to come up with something called, they had to do IOUs, whatever, IOUs, I can't think of the word, IOUs of Bitcoin on the Ethereum blockchain. So, no, I got to say, the narrative that people acquire altcoins, are trading altcoins to get more Bitcoin, it's alive and freaking well, Vinny. So I'm going to disagree with you on that one. But yeah, some people are acquiring altcoins just to get more Ethereum too. Okay, that's a little different. Let's see. I'm close to 1 o'clock here, and I told someone wanted to have a conference with me at 1 o'clock, and I suggested 1 o'clock. I said 1 o'clock. He didn't get back to me, so I don't know if I'm gonna have to go at 1 o'clock or not. I'm very willing to have that, talk with the guy that I said I was gonna have. If you're listening to this, dude, let me just check my email real quick. If you email me back, No, there's no. Are there any DMs on Twitter? This guy doesn't tweet. Check his Twitter DMs very much. By the way, dudes, if you got Twitter, check your Twitter DMs, okay? And if they're open, don't be one of those dudes you get DMs and you ignore people. You're a flake. You're not being conscientious, okay? You can't just ignore certain forms of communication that you've put yourself into, okay? All right? If you're somewhere, just if you're on some social media and you've opened up your realm of communication, be willing to respond, okay? All right? If just don't, DMs are email, basically. If you're on Twitter, check your Twitter DMs, respond to them. Some people, they don't get it, or they think they don't have to respond, that people don't understand, that they see, come on. Conscientiousness. Now, Roman Q, if Elon sold, I might have acquired one of his coins today. Very good point, Roman Q. Elon didn't sell any Bitcoin. Now, he'll probably announce one day that he sold Bitcoin, whatever. He's one person. This whole thing was triggered by like Tesla not accepting Bitcoin. All right. Quite rational there. The best in the space, Adam, by far. Well, thank you, Moon Boy. Thank you very much. You're elite. If you're watching this show right now or listening to this show, you're elite. I mean, most people are just slaves to the algorithm. They have no idea that this show even exists. And Asher just joined over in the over on. He's a cool dude on. What's this? Clubhouse. I keep forgetting the name of Clubhouse. All right. Maybe more people will join on Clubhouse. I'm getting close to the end here. What else here? Okay, I asked what was wrong with a warmer planet. I talked about that. We had a little beyond Bitcoin. Let me see. With the pipeline, the guys that held the pipeline hostage, I thought they were using. The rumor at first was that they were using privacy coins, but they got quite a lot of Bitcoin, and somehow they shut down their extortion racket, supposedly. Maybe that was just their exit scam. I don't know. So even these guys that you think they should be using privacy coins, even they are using Bitcoin. Now, did that lead to them getting caught and tracked down physically? I don't know. But I did just at first when that came out, the rumor was they didn't use Bitcoin. It was Bitcoin. And yeah, bad people can use Bitcoin too. Oh, woe is me. It's so sad. I need the Bitcoin. I need the government to save me from that. No, you don't. It just, your work. That's the beauty of Bitcoin. You can't stop anyone from using it. Uncensorable, baby. Now, let me see what else we have. I think that might be the end. I was going to talk about, there's Colonial Pipeline. Yeah, okay, we talked about that. Oh, yeah, with this Colonial Pipeline thing, cars are attack vectors. All right, we had all these people panic that there was going to be an oil shortage, and then all the prices went up. And it's, if you don't have a car, like it didn't affect me at all. And it was really weird just to see how herd mentality works. When running around Miami, like on the day that people were the most scared about this pipeline shutdown, there were some gas stations that had lines, and then there were a few gas stations that like they were open and they didn't have lines, and people were getting gas. It was just like, I think part of it was like people were seeing a couple gas stations with lines and it scared them, so they got in the lines. That is the type of herd mentality we have out there. But yeah, if you don't have a car, that's one attack vector you don't have to worry about. The oil FUD and the weird oil panics that are driven by the media. I don't think there even was really a shortage anywhere. Was there? It was just like people getting scared again and just acting irrationally. But if you don't have a car, you don't have to worry. And you can have a lifestyle where you don't need a car at all. And that is my lifestyle. I don't have a car at all. And it's quite relaxing not having to go. When I'm in Baltimore and I have to fill up my mom's car with I'm a good son. I don't want my mom getting gas for her car and everything like that. It's if you help your widow mother out. You don't want her standing at the freaking gas station. You do it for her. So I don't enjoy doing that. I like helping my mom out, but I always think like, God, I'm so glad I don't have to play this freaking gas game. And even I don't even love I hate driving the darn thing when I'm there, getting on 695 and 795. Okay, enough of that. It's so unhealthy to sit in those cars, and I love just breathing in the beautiful fresh air and just staying healthy. Get out there, be in motion mentally and be in motion physically. And I think I'm going to leave it with that right now. And I'll go over to Clubhouse, see if anybody else has anything else to say. Let me just see. Adam, longtime listener here. I never sold this. This is Bitcoin. It doesn't come free. Only you are in control of your happiness. You're absolutely right, dude. And yeah, I've never sold any of my freaking Bitcoin for fiat, and it is such. And it's you're really happy when Bitcoin gets to that all-time high, and it always returns to that. You made it through days like this, and it's real to me. It is not an accomplishment at all to make it through days like this, because this is just my normal. But I do understand for Joe Normie, it's quite an accomplishment to make it through a day like this and not sell your freaking Bitcoin, or a 48-hour period like this, whatever it is. All the fear and uncertainty that's out there by the that's out there in Normie land. I mean, the headlines are so insane in Normie land right now. All right, that's it. Pound that like button, retweet it. I'll have another show one of these days. You never know. And yeah, these are the best. These are the best days to buy when there's blood in the freaking streets, dude. All right, see you guys. Thanks. I'll say hi to you in the chat.